Don't say anything. She could hear you.
What's cracking, Ma? I'm looking for the Sanderson table. We old college buddies.
Okay. He's in the dining room. I'll show you.
Oh, no. I tell you what. I'll surprise him.
Shazam. What? Oh, swing it, you Coco goddess.
Coco goddess, that's the rude shock I was telling you about.
That's Charlene.
Did you see me? Okay. Police. No, won't get here fast enough. Security. She could probably take them. Money. That's it, money. Look, hide. Here's whatever. And there's more where that came from if you just leave now.
No, boyfriend. We got business.
Boyfriend?
Oh, didn't I tell you? Yeah, we're dating now. Look, it's some kind of street talk.
It's straight for I'm not going nowhere until you help my problem go away.
Look, Mrs. Arness, a very important client, is due here any minute.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Mr. Sanderson?
Oh, yes, he's in the dining room.
Thank you.
Miss, another martini.
Oh, hell no. I know she ain't talking to me.
Actually, she doesn't work here.
Well, if she isn't here to work, then what is she here for?
Oh, hell's no, Miss Thing. You best pump your brakes.
Listen, she's my ex-wife's sister. I would have killed her myself years ago.
What are you doing in here?
I told you was gonna be seeing more of me, right? Look, I came here to warn you. You keep disrespecting me, and it's gonna get rough around here.
Sanjik writes, race has become all too real in its social ordering of perceptions and policies. Bringing Down the House is a modern portrayal of race doing just this. Following the trite, poor black person enters the rich white world plotline, Charlene, played by Queen Latifah, seeks the help of Steve Martin's character, Peter Sanderson, in hopes of getting help to clear her name from robbing a bank, a crime that she did not partake in. The oversimplification of the stereotypes of black and white individuals and their interactions, although often humorous, results in an unrealistic portrayal of the African American white racism issue, as they illustrate clear, definitive lines between black and white individuals and lifestyles that rarely cross paths except for in this mishap.
Well, our Ivy was with us for so long, we really thought of her as one of the family. And after every meal, my mother would scrape all the food we hadn't eaten and put it on one big plate and give it to Ivy. Oh, just one moment. There's a lovely, sad Negro spiritual. Ivy's brother just... are you all right? Anyway, Ivy's brother used to sing this when he came in from the tobacco fields. Mama, is Massa gonna sell us tomorrow? Yes, yes, yes. Mama, is Massa going to sell us tomorrow? Yes, yes, yes. Mama, is Massa going to sell me tomorrow? Yes, yes. Oh, watch and pray. Now,
Race has often been used as a physical indication of social status. In the film, the African American characters are all homeboys and girls, criminals, or at least associated with crime, showy, violent, and uncultured by high society standards. Whites, on the other hand, are stuck-up, pretentious workaholics who consider themselves superior to the African American population whose presence they greatly avoid. Charlene enters the country club dressed in a stereotypical, done-up, ghetto outfit in platform heels, a denim jumpsuit, and glitzy jewelry. The white hostess, in a flustered manner, tries to seat her, assuming that she's there for a bad reason or in the wrong place. For when white Mrs. Arness enters the clubhouse restaurant, the hostess has no hesitation in letting her seat herself. Charlene struts with attitude towards Peter and is portrayed as exotic. When Eugene Levy's character sets eyes upon her, monkey-sounding music starts in the background, and he states, "Shazam! Swing it, you cocoa goddess!" Peter then worries about being seen around her and thinks of ways to get rid of her. Police, security. He finally settles on money, surely something that African Americans all need. The scene portrays the country club as no place for an uncultured, ghetto talk speaking African American woman unless she is there to wait tables and bring martinis, to provide service for the dominant white upper class.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Mr. Sanderson?
Oh, yes, he's in the dining room.
Thank you.
Miss, another martini.
Oh, hell no, I know she ain't talking to me.
Actually, she doesn't work here.
Well, if she isn't here to work, then what is she here for?
Oh, hell no.
The bathroom fight scene institutes the stereotypes of the aggressive, poorly mannered, almost animal-like African American and the skinny, perfectly manicured victim white girl. Although provoked in an earlier scene by the malicious sister, Charlene is the one who first attacks her. She is the one responsible for this beast-like behavior. Later in the scene, the sister accounts her ability to hold her own to Tybo, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, while Charlene attests her ability to fight to living in the hood 24 hours a day all her life. Billy Blanks, the creator and instructor of Tybo, is in fact an African American male. The movie causes one to associate violent and physically cruel behavior with black individuals. The infamous dinner scene makes blatant allusions to slavery in the past, but not yet elapsed, white authority over those of African American descent. As is stated in Racial Formation, the racial legacies of the past, slavery and bigotry, continue to shape the present. Charlene, dressed against her will in a traditional maid's ensemble, has to feign a servant position in order for her presence in Peter's home to be considered acceptable by the white and proper Mrs. Arness. Mrs. Arness proceeds to tell the Sanderson family of her childhood servant, Ivy. They thought of her so highly, in fact, that the Arness family would scrape all of their leftovers onto a single plate and give it to her. Pretty selfless, huh? Mrs. Arness then breaks out into a lovely sad Negro spiritual, basically a slave song that Ivy's brother used to sing when coming in from the tobacco fields. She sings the words, "Mama, is Master going to sell us tomorrow?" Of course, all of the white people in the room, Peter Sanderson and his family, have to keep their cool and not say a word, while Charlene proceeds to the kitchen and is then pictured with a large butcher's knife. The black figure is once again put into that subordinate serving role with a tendency to rebel as the slaves did, while the white characters are mannered, civilized, and therefore dominant figures. The viewer never sees the emotions or intricacies of the situation. Instead, what would traditionally be a very sticky and complicated circumstance becomes one in which stereotypes continue to drive not only what happens, but also the reactions to these happenings. The truth is that racism today is less obvious. It is less straightforward than is portrayed in Bringing Down the House. The movie gets viewers to believe that the black and white racism that exists is just that, black and white. But, in reality, there are more shades of gray than you could think possible. There are feelings of being uncomfortable, not knowing what to say or how to react, exclusion in more subtle ways, and many other things that are never alluded to in the movie. As is suggested in Racial Formation, we utilize race to provide clues about who a person is. In Bringing Down the House, however, race is defining that person. It isn't just providing the clues.